Well, folks, we've all got to live somewhere, but the materials we choose to build our homes in, well, they depend on what kind of animal we are, right?
Do you think it's safe to come out yet? I've never seen a dog with such massive teeth. Perhaps it was a wolf.
Oi, out of there! Scram! You little flea bags, get out! Out now! Go on!
Who's he calling a flea bag?
Squirt you with tomato ketchup.
Alf, I hope you're not frightening those poor cats, are you?
Hello, Katie. Cats. What cats?
Why have you got a ketchup bottle behind your back?
Oh, this. Oh, I was just having a quick slurp. It's great on its own, you know.
Those cats don't even have a proper home, and you just make their lives a misery.
Well, they make me...
Help!
What was that?
Sounded like Janet.
Quick.
Ah! Help! Help! Help!
Oh, thank goodness you're here.
Janet, what on earth's the matter?
In the drawer over there. It's a wild animal, a dangerous beast.
Over here?
Uh-huh.
Let's have a look. Case is solved. It's empty.
Yes, well, business hasn't been too good lately. The beast is in the next one along, the unsolved mysteries drawer. It should be full of all my paperwork.
Aha! I'm afraid all your paper's in tiny little pieces, but there's your wild animal. Or should I say animals? Look, Alf. Alf, it's a family of mice.
Yeah, but what are those little pink things?
Those are the babies, and that's the mother. Look, they've shredded up Janet's paper for warmth.
Oh, get them out! I can't stand mice!
Oh, come on, Janet. They won't do you any harm.
Oh, yes, they will. Just get rid of them.
Scared of mice? Ridiculous. They're about as scary as a thin and crispy tuna pizza.
Oh, I feel quite faint.
Quick. What are we going to do?
I've got one or two ideas, and none of them would take very long.
Well, we can't just throw them out. We'll have to find somewhere else for them to live.
Oh, well, like rent them a flat or something?
Not exactly. We'll have to build them a nest.
Build them a nest? What, with twigs and moss and stuff?
It's not just birds who have nests, Alf. Look, lots of animals have different kinds of nests. You don't see a wasp collecting twigs and heather.
But they can build a nest with paper stuck together.
A beaver cuts down trees and piles them in the water,
Whereas we city slickers tend to stick to bricks and mortar. We all have to build to keep us safe and sound. A nest up in the treetops or a hollow in the ground. We all have to build a place to call our own. So pick the right materials for home sweet home.
A burrow in the earth is nice and cosy for a fox.
Whereas cats can make do with just an old cardboard box.
People don't sleep on hay or lie on twigs, now do they?
They pop down to the shops and buy themselves a duvet.
Oh, you can't leave me! Oh.
We all have to build to keep us safe and sound. A nest up in the treetops or a hollow in the ground. We all have to build a place to call our own. So pick the right materials for home sweet home.
Cat's eyes.
I never thought I'd get this close to a pool full of hungry alligators. It's feeding time at a zoo here in Florida in America, and by the looks of it, I think it's time to get out of here.
Looking at them here, it's hard to believe that alligators build nests and lay eggs, just like birds. A few miles away, there are wild alligators living in a big swamp, and that is where they build their nests. The Everglades is a huge river of grass called sawgrass, which goes on as far as the eye can see. It's home for hundreds of different sorts of wild animals. But the Everglades is the kingdom of the alligators. Alligators are like a leftover from the days of the dinosaurs. They spend most of the time just lazing in the water, waiting and watching.
You'd think that anyone who goes looking for alligator nests and inspects them must be completely crazy. Well, this is what Sonny Bass does for a living. Sonny, what are we going to be doing today?
Well, what we're going to do is fly out to some of the nest sites. We're going to land, we're going to walk into the nest sites, then we're going to check those nests for eggs.
Okay, and what if an alligator is there?
Oh, not to worry.
Are we going to be okay?
We'll be fine.
The Everglades is a vast area of swamp, and it's impossible to walk to the nests. The best way to find the nests is to fly over the river of grass, And look out for the telltale signs, mounds of sawgrass. And there it is, a huge mound of grass where alligators lay eggs. I'd spotted my first alligator nest.
Okay, here goes.
Go.
Oh, yuck. It's wet, it's smelly,
wet.
it's dark, and I just hope there aren't any alligators in here.
Oh, there she is.
What?
The female's here.
She's minding it?
Yeah, she's here.
Uh-oh. Okay, is she going to attack, do you think?
If she's real aggressive, then we won't go to the nest.
We don't want her to abandon the nest either.
Well, she won't abandon the nest. That she won't do.
Right, here she's getting closer.
Yeah.
Get ready to run, everybody.
Right, okay.
Can you see those teeth?
Okay, this is what I want you to do. Just watch her, because if she comes up, she'll come up there. All you have to do, don't be afraid when she comes up. Just reach up and tap her. If she comes up quick, just reach up and tap her.
Okay.
She'll go back. So, now what we do is we uncover the nest.
So what is the nest made of?
It's made of vegetation, you know, but mostly sawgrass. That's what this one's made of.
How does she actually make the nest?
They'll pick the area, and you notice this one's around a pond.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, here they're using the vegetation that they find here, in this case sawgrass. And so a lot of times they'll start with a little muck or mud and pull the sawgrass up and start mounding it.
All the time we were under the watchful gaze of a hungry alligator.
So we've got the eggs here. Right, so would these be ready to hatch any day now?
This one's getting ready to hatch. You can see how it's starting to crack.
Yeah?
You wouldn't normally disturb a nest, but it's okay here because Sonny knows exactly what he's doing. The alligators scrape up the grass and build the nest, just like Sonny does when he puts the top back on. At another nest, I had a real surprise.
Yeah, the nest is hatched, and there's some young.
Oh, yeah.
They're kind of scurrying for cover. See how camouflaged they are? It just moved. One under.
Yeah, I can see.
There's one. There's one. He's going to come up. Right. Newly hatched. And if you'll notice, they're camouflaged really well. Yeah. Especially against the ferns.
So as you can see, the little baby alligators have been successfully hatched, and all this hard work that's gone into building the nest has paid off.
Do you ever wish we had a proper home, Jimmy?
This is a proper home, Duke, made of the finest quality concrete.
No, I mean, well, sometimes I can't help dreaming of a little bit of luxury. A cushion, a roof over my head.
But we're alley-cast, Duke, not spoiled-rotten pedigree pussies. Give me a bit of wall or a bonnet of a car any day.
But just think, no massive dogs to bother you. Shelter from the heat, shelter from the cold. It makes you think of settling down and starting a family.
I think I'm going to be sick.
Cat's eyes.
This is Nairobi, the capital of Kenya in Africa. It's a city of cement and steel and glass. The building sites here are like building sites everywhere because in cities all around the world, the building materials are much the same, all specially prepared in factories of different kinds. But beyond Nairobi, out in the countryside, it's not so easy to find artificial materials. And there aren't many roads to move things from place to place. So what do people use to build a home out here? Well, the Maasai tribespeople have found a neat solution to their building needs, using two natural materials found nearby, the trees that grow in the bush and the dung left by their cattle, and they put both to good use in making their huts.
We go first to bring the stick from the trees on the bush, Then we put inside the ground so that the wind cannot blow the house. Then after that, we go and collect some cow duck, and then we put it into the wall.
Inside, the huts are warm and dry even when the weather turns bad. They may be built of sticks and cow dung, but they're cosy and they're home.
This is mama bed. That is father bed. They put a stick first, and then the skin. This is a cow skin. So they put on top of the bed.
But now we return once more to Moggy Mews, where that family of mice are still looking for a home.
Oh, Alf, another cup of tea, how kind.
There we are. One brand new mouse house with plenty of cotton wool to make them feel snug.
Yes, they look really happy in there.
Good. Well, now they're happy, you can take them away.
But where? They've got to have a proper home.
Oh, I agree. Just as long as it's not here.
But they have to live somewhere, Alf.
Could they? With me? Great. I've got plenty of cheese in the kitchen. They can live in the fridge. Make use of that light that goes on and off.
Alf, I didn't mean your kitchen. You can't keep mice where you're preparing food. It's not clean.
Well, what are we going to do then?
Oh, we'll look after them. Just put the shoebox out in the alley.
I know. Why don't we just put the shoebox out in the alley?
Oh, yes, please.
Yes, do it now.
I don't think that would be a very good idea somehow.
Don't worry, Janet. It's all right, Katie. Janet, you can come down now. I've got the answer.
Oh, putting them in the alley was such a good idea.
Yeah, and we'd have looked after them fine, wouldn't we?
Absolutely. Just call us Uncle Duke and Auntie Jimmy.
Yeah, it's quite simple, really. Janet? Oh, if we put the mice in here, they'll be safe as houses.
But not from the cats, Alf. The cats are always hiding inside those bins. You know that.
I know. Janet, mice. Oh. That's why I know they'll be safe from the dogs. And with the help of this old barbecue grill, they'll be safe from the cats as well.
Perfect. And they won't need to visit my office?
Yeah. But I think we should warn certain people about their change of address.
Like the postman?
No, Alf. The dustman.
Duke, look in the toolbox and see if you can find some wire cutters.
What for, Jimmy?
Oh, well, those poor mice, stuck behind bars. I just feel the urge to set them free. Maybe invite them to lunch.
Oh, yes.
You don't see a wasp collecting twigs and heather.
But they can build a nest with paper stuck together.
A beaver cuts down trees and piles them in the water.
Whereas we city slickers tend to stick to bricks and mortar. We all have to build to keep us safe and sound. A nest up in the treetops or a hollow in the ground. We all have to build a place to call our own. So pick the right materials for home sweet home.